Hi, this is BB. So it's Saturday morning, the 12th, and I woke up this morning and I'm smelling that kerosene again. It's the weekend. See, my face looks like a dilapidated, it just looks like it's been stretched out and now it's just shrinking back. My hands are like the back of my hands, but my hand is swollen right now. You could see it looks like the hands of like a 70-year-old woman. It just didn't look right. I'm looking at my body and I'm now recognizing it. To say, well, I've aged in 4 years, I've aged all my life, but these 4 years have been hard and really, really hard. And I'm not doing any of these things to myself except maybe overeating. I've always overeaten now. I've always had a problem with battling the bulge. So that's not something new to me. My body is showing a lot of weight gain. It's almost like my body feels and my legs feel like cement. This is how I know there's something wrong. It's like my body and my legs when I'm walking feels like cement, like I have to move cement blocks. I've been fat before. I've never had this, I've never had this problem. My knee feels better, and as soon as it feels better, I go to sleep, I wake up, and there it goes again. It's not just the knee, it's like the muscles are tight and pulled. I don't know how this is happening. Certain parts of me is swollen. More nether region is swollen. It's just swollen inside. The whole thing is swollen. There's so many things wrong with me right now that should not be. It's swollen. My face looks like it's dark in patches. I don't know. It looks like a blotchy complexion. Never had the best complexion, but it looks really blotchy. And then you have this, I'm smelling the kerosene again. If I move my head from side to side, it comes up through my mouth. I'm smelling the kerosene. I am not this old. I'm not this old. I don't look like this. But if you've been exposed to gases, and I've read it, exposure to certain gases is going to cause you to age, your skin to age rapidly. And this is what they want. Now, I don't know why these people chose this. If they're jealous of me, it has to be massive, massive jealousy. And not just one, the whole group. They have to be massively jealous of me. Why? I don't know. Some relatives are involved in this. Of course, it would have to be. And they're massively jealous of me. I mean, to do this to people like me, to do this to someone. This guy Kanapka was saying that there was a girl whom there was cigarette burns all over her thighs from her pubic area down to her the bottom of her, like her ankles or something, cigarette burns. Now I don't know if she burned herself, if they made her burn herself, telling her that they're gonna stop if she does XYZ, or they burned her while she was sleeping. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how she relates to this whole thing, but that's what I was told. Another one couldn't hold her pooping, and she was drugged out. The man said it was. I asked him 2 or 3 times after how she was doing, because I don't know how she fits into this whole group. I don't know either. And they said took a while. She was really drugged out. She had to detox from it. It took a while to detox from whatever it was. Hopefully that she at least made it and she's alive and she's well, and I don't know. But whatever this is, I'm smelling something burning. I did the research. What do you use kerosene for? You use kerosene when they're cooking crack or something. They use kerosene is one of the things they use, and they use household cleaners, I guess. I don't have it. I have one spray can of Pledge topical cleaner. and my dishwashing thing. I don't have anything else, and a container of wet wipes, and the store brand. I don't have anything else. I don't keep bleach. I don't keep Fabuloso. I don't keep any of these things because I'm afraid to keep them. I used to have before, and I'm afraid to keep them in my house because they're using household chemicals to put in your body because they're fond of saying they could say you do it yourself, like you're talking to a child. Why would I do it to myself to prove a point that I'm being gang stalked because I can't find my inheritance? So I want to blame these people, these good people, and say that they did this to me just to get my inheritance because I believe that my dad didn't leave anything to me. I hear this all day long. They literally say this to me. Like I told you, if I'm schizophrenic, it's a one-sided schizophrenic. It knows exactly how to have a conversation with me that makes sense. This isn't schizophrenia. I don't know if many of you have seen that video. I've talked about it before, but this guy, it was on the news. The guy has the chip, the Neuralink chip in his head or wherever it is, I don't know. And it's everything that he thinks and the image, whatever, is flashing on a screen. He said the problem is he has no privacy at all. He can't have a private thought because the people around him are aware of it. He can't have a private thought. He has no privacy. So if these people manage to get one of these things in you, because they could have hacked in and watched how the people implement it, where they put it, what they did with it, how they monitor it, how they read the information, how it's being seen on a computer screen. If they link it instead of a computer screen to themselves, well, one person is linked to another. The chip, the information is going one way because I don't know anything about these people. If you ask them, they ask me what they're wearing today, or I have no idea. I see them, but I see them the same. I don't see changes of clothes. I don't look at anything like that. I don't see that. My mind puts them outside of me because my mind does not understand how the hell they're fitting in my head. I had a thing when I was growing up, like when I used to love the radio, I loved music. I used to imagine this whole orchestra, like an orchestra in the studio, and they used to just start up and wondering how did they fit. Literally, I used to pass by the radio station and wonder how did they fit in there, because I didn't know better. Because my mind doesn't, it doesn't understand disc jockeys and CD players and cassette tapes and just digital downloads. At that time, it didn't understand that. So it just knew an orchestra makes music. So it would see the whole orchestra in there. And it's doing the same thing now. It's putting these people outside of me. It doesn't understand what schizophrenia is, or it doesn't understand what how these people could fit in my head. So it's seeing them outside. And I'm seeing them at different levels. I'm always seeing them at different levels. I believe that they have stuff tucked around the walls, and wherever it's like different, like they're not all at the same length, and wherever they are, like the microphone or whatever, this is where you can seeing them in your apartment at different heights, different levels, different corners. Like some of them I see, like on the floor or the ground there. Like I know they're not there, but I hear the sound in my mind, my mind is putting them there. And I'm not schizophrenic. I had a CT scan done 2 weeks ago, and there's nothing wrong. He said even the arteries is like around my neck. There's some a buildup of something white that to block the arteries, to cause a problem, an obstruction. Usually when it's bad, it's like 70%. Mine is 1%, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good because I don't do drugs. I don't do any of these things that would cause this to happen. At least Hopefully he's accurate with that, because I'm still doubting. It's like, I have my doubts. There's nothing there. All I got to do is the lab work. And I'm waiting to do. I know when I'm going to do the lab work, and I'm hoping that there's a drug test on there. I'm looking to tell him to add a stool sample to this whole thing to see if there's anything, that's going to come out of my stool. I'm hoping that. I think I'll have to have a urine test as well. I'm not sure. I have an X-ray of my leg coming up, and he wants something to do with my spine. My spine should have like an X-ray too. He wants to eliminate every single thing that's happening medically. Then he can look at something different. And I'll tell you, I just want this to stop. It seemed like it's been 4 years already. This has consumed my life for 4 years. I wake up some morning and I'm so angry. I've gotten nowhere to getting enough money to get a lawyer to go find these fuckers and ask them where the hell, or just get somebody to do, massive scraping of finding out what happened to my father's assets, what happened to them, and how many fraud these people have committed. Because I think that might be a factor in this, that they have committed fraud and they're trying to cover it up. My dad had insurance. My dad had a pension. My dad had shares. They may have committed fraud. And they know for sure that that's going to cause them to go to prison. And that's what they're trying to avoid. This all massive is a massive beatdown. It's a cover-up for simple, everyday, run-of-the-mill fraud. They just hired people to do this. I do believe also that in my case, it's the stamp. Whoever owns the stamps is holding the stamps, and that might be my cousin and her child, or somebody is funding these people. Somebody, they're getting paid from somewhere, right? And it's not the US government. It's not Elon Musk. Where the fuck is this money coming from? A 9 to 5? I don't care what kind of job you got. You can't, come on now. It's not a 9 to 5 paying this. Somebody is paying these people. Somebody is paying them. Money is coming from somewhere. These people are bringing their children out. I've heard people say before that children gangs talk to, and I don't believe them. Yes, they do. To them, it's just a job. They're just getting paid or getting whatever they want, and parents indulging their little whims, everything they want, just to get them to mess with someone. And in doing so, they're causing the child to disrespect everybody else outside of the immediate household. And eventually, they'll understand also what disrespect means. The child is growing up with no regard for other people, complete disrespect, not just a lack of respect. A lack of respect means you just ignore the person, indifferent to their needs, wants, desires, or, common courtesy. They will curse them out. They will try to hurt them when they don't get what they want. This is a new breed of people that's being built here. It's not a good one. It's not a good one. But anyway, I'm going to cut the video short. Because I'm expecting somebody to come and bring me cable. I was offered a job, my insurance. It has a base pay with as well as commission. But the internet speed is not working. They need hardwired, and they need 20 megabytes per second upload as well as download. And the upload, and apparently in this part of Toledo, is shit. The highest they go literally is 10. So like I'm screwed. I already got the job. I was offered a formal acceptance, if I would accept the job. And I said yes. I mean, not formal, a verbal, I should say. And I said yes. But now we're in the process of me having to set up the right internet, because apparently the software they use requires a certain upload speed. And in this part of America, is shit for internet. All right, but I hope you're having a better day than I am, and I'll talk to you soon.